Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Football and welcome to another Champions League Fantasy Updates video. So by now, I'm probably sure you know that the Champions League draw has been made. The Champions League draw for the quarterfinal, the semi-final and the final as well has been made, so we can now start planning for our team. So in this one, I will be doing a Matchday 9 draft, just the first draft. I'm not even going to make any substitutions or transfers right now. None at all. I'll be waiting. I'll just be giving you a look in at how my team could look like, an idea of how my team could look like, because I don't think it's great to make any transfers right now. First of all, there's an international break coming up. So if you make all 5 transfers that you have this week or for this match day, and then 2 of the players get injured during the international break, you're in trouble. Or number 2, for you can just never know what can happen between now and then. There's still 3 weeks between now and then. So that's the other problem. If the games were like next week, Tuesday, fine. But for now, we can just make drafts. So let's go through how the draw is looking like. First, obviously there are a couple of fixtures that straight away stand out for you. The first fixture is Chelsea against Real Madrid. Chelsea will play home first against Real Madrid. This is a repeat of the fixture from last season. The second fixture is Manchester City against Atletico there. So first of all, the Madrid teams will be traveling to England, and then the English teams will be traveling to Spain. The third fixture is Villarreal against Bayern Munich. You could see the Villarreal officials not happy with that at all. They have the toughest tie, obviously. And then Benfica, the reward for beating Ajax is a game against Liverpool. So that is how the quarterfinals are looking like. Right away, obviously, Bayern stands out for you. Right away, Liverpool stands out for you, probably. And maybe Chelsea for some of you, and Real Madrid, and Man City playing at home for the first leg against Atletico Madrid. That could be a decent fixture. So that is the quarterfinal draw. For the semi-final, we will have the winner of Manchester City or Atletico Madrid facing the winner of Chelsea or Real Madrid. So the first game will be at home to either Man City or Atletico Madrid. Probably Man City, Chelsea or Real Madrid. You never know. Basically never know. It's up to you. For me, let me just assume it's going to be Man City against, let's say, Real Madrid or something. And then the second fixture will be either between Benfica or Liverpool versus Villarreal or Bayern Munich. So let's assume it's going to be Liverpool against Bayern Munich. So either way, it's going to be really, really interesting. So the rules, as I said, first of all, you're allowed to make 5 transfers this week. So you need to be very, very careful with how you're making them. And next week, next match day, which is match day 10, the second leg, you're only allowed 3 transfers. So the other rule, you need to know that this time for the quarterfinals, you are allowed 5 players from each team that you want. So basically, if you want, let's say, you want 5 players from Bayern Munich and 5 players from Liverpool, you really trust them, you can go for that. But I don't think that is a good idea at all, because if you do that, you go for, let's say, 5 players from Man City and 5 players from Bayern Munich, and then something bad happens or a miracle happens and Villarreal eliminates Bayern Munich, and Manchester City or something gets eliminated by Atletico Madrid, and then you're left with 10 players not playing for the next match. Then unless you have a wild card, you'll be in a lot of trouble. So I think it's great to mix it up. So what I've put together is Chelsea versus Real Madrid. I think you can have 4 players from that game, the Chelsea-Madrid game. So it's up to you whether you want 2 Chelsea players and 2 Real Madrid players, or you really trust one of these teams. You could go for 3 Chelsea players and 1 Real Madrid player, or the opposite, 3 Real Madrid players and 1 Chelsea player. Up to you. I've also put down 3 players from the Manchester City against Atletico Madrid game. So from there, you could either have 2 City players and 1 Atletico Madrid player if you want like a defender like a Lodi or something, or a striker for Atletico Madrid like a Felix. From Man City, you could have 2 of their players, or if you think City are definitely going to win this home game especially, you could go for all 3 City players. Up to you. I had as many as 4 in the last round. Villarreal, Bayern Munich, have gone for 4 players from that game, or you could go for, this is just a draft of what I think people should be doing. 4 players from the Villarreal Bayern Munich game. Again, from here, I actually think Villarreal will score in both games against Bayern Munich. So you could easily say 3 Bayern players and 1 Villarreal player. I think that is the right option. I think going 4 Bayern players at the moment is a bit overkill. I'm thinking unless it's the home game, unless they lose this game, let's say 2-1, and then the next game away at Bayern, then you could like quadruple up on them. And then in the 4th game, Benfica, Liverpool have also suggested 4 players from that game. I think Benfica will also score in this game actually, so you could pick anyone you want, like a Nunes or something, and then 3 Liverpool players. It really depends. But at the moment, here's how my team is looking like. This is how my team looked like in the last game or last match day. So Donnarumma has been eliminated, Mazraoui has been eliminated, and Haller has been eliminated. So I have 3 problems already I have to sort out there. I also have another problem with Gabriel Jesus. He was just a punt for the second leg. I knew he was going to play the second leg. I don't think he's going to start in the first game against Atletico Madrid or the second game. So that is already another problem. I'm waiting for them to arrange the fixtures. Again, that's another thing we've not been confirmed for yet. If, let's say, the City fixtures are arranged for the first day, then you could easily see the lineups first before making the transfers or anything like that. So that is another problem, I think. So 4 players there I need to change immediately. So again, another thing is Trent Alexander-Arnold, for example, who is in my team. He has now picked up a hamstring injury, and he's going to miss the international break. So the reason why you can't just rush into making transfers again is I don't know how long Trent Alexander-Arnold is out for. So let's say I remove all these 3 players I have here, and then I quickly remove, let's say, Havertz and Jesus, and then get to 2 weeks later, Trent Alexander-Arnold is still out. I need to change him, or let's say someone like a Lewandowski is ill or something. Just saying, you never know. You never know. So what I think you can do right now is to make like 2 transfers because of the price rises. If you think the players will rise in price, you can make 2 transfers and then just hold on to 3 for later on in the when you get closer to the match day. Plus, you also have to use all your 5 transfers. You cannot carry any to the next match day. So you can make 2 right now, and then for the 3 you can wait for after the international break. So let's quickly do a draft of how my team could look like. Let's first remove Donnarumma. Let's remove Mazraoui. Let's remove Haller. I was thinking right away get Karim Benzema in against Chelsea. So it's very expensive compared to my last player I had there. So that will need me to rotate in terms of money, get money from somewhere. Another player I really want in is obviously Cancelo. That will take me to 4 City players. And as I said, I wanted 3 players from this fixture. Gabriel Jesus will go out for me from this one. And in terms of goalkeepers, as you can see, I have already. So I already have City defense cover here. I already have Liverpool defense cover with Trent and Laporte. I'm thinking I already have Chelsea defense as well, Rudiger on the bench. I already have a Villarreal defender there, Moreno. So I was thinking get Manuel Neuer in. I could go for Mendy or Manuel Neuer, but I'd have too many Chelsea players against Real Madrid. I don't think it's going to be easy for them. So I could go for Neuer. If I wanted to save budget, I could go for the Villarreal goalkeeper. I could go for Rulli or go for Vlacho from Benfica. But will they keep clean sheets? I definitely do not think so. So if I'm thinking of clean sheets, I could go for now. Although I said Villarreal will probably score. So I could just easily not go for Neuer and go for, let's say, a Rulli there. But the problem is if I do that and Bayern keep a clean sheet and people have Kimmich and Sula and Neuer, I'll be in massive trouble. So just to be safe, I would go for Neuer and then maybe probably change Ulreich to, let's say, Rulli. Depends on how the fixtures are. Get 1 goalkeeper from Tuesday and then get 1 goalkeeper from Wednesday. But the fixtures as of now, the time of recording, the fixtures have not been confirmed. So as you can see with this, I would have only 6.4 million to sort out the striking position and only 1 more transfer because I've already changed my 2 goalkeepers, 1 of my defenders, and already 1 of my strikers. I'm not very keen on keeping Jorginho for the next round as well. I'm not very keen on keeping Havertz. I could end up keeping him, but again, it depends on how things work out between now and then. So let's go to the forwards. Let's look for the cheapest forward that we have. Let's look for the cheapest forward that we have, 6.4 million. Let's go for Pino. I saw him playing the other day against Juventus. I could go for that. And then let me just change this goalkeeper to Vlacho to be a bit different and to cover most of the team. So this is just a draft. This is not how my team is going to look like. As I said, this is just a draft. So I will have only 0.2 remaining. So I have the choice of just clicking accept. But obviously, as you saw, I've gone through this team very quickly. There's some things I need to think about. Like, do I have to go for Benzema? Could I go for Vinicius and save a bit of money and go for another better forward like next to Vinicius? All depends. I could go for Vinicius and Jota instead of Benzema and Pino, mix it up. That would allow me. At the moment, this team has 3 Chelsea players and only 1 Real Madrid player. I said at least 4 players from that game, so that looks good. From the City game, I have 3 players there. I said 3 players from City, Atletico Madrid. That looks good as well. Villarreal, Bayern, I said 4 players. Over here, I have Moreno, Pino, Lewandowski, Sane, and Neuer. That is 5 players already gone overboard in that game. And Benfica, Liverpool, I say 3 players. At the moment, we have Trent Alexander-Arnold and Salah. So I will need at least one more player from the Liverpool game. So someone like a Jota could be an idea. So let's put Jota up front instead. Again, it all depends on the fixtures this weekend. Let's say if Diaz starts and I know Jota is going to start, I'll probably bring him in. So let's say Jota. But if I do that, I will not have enough money. I'll be short by 2.4 million. So I hope you've gotten an idea of which players I'm going to go for. I hope the kind of draft I helped you with, like 4 players from each game, 3 players from this game. I hope that can help you picking your team, because I don't know what you'd want. I don't know if you think Atletico Madrid will beat City. I obviously think you need to get at least 2 City players. You need to get at least 2 Liverpool players, at least 3 Bayern players. So let me just go back to the usual team. Let me just reset it. So I'll make 2 transfers between now and next week. Let's say Tuesday, I'll make 2 transfers, and probably the players who will come in, one of them will be a Real Madrid player, either Vinicius or Benzema, and then Cancelo will definitely come in for Mazraoui. So those are the 2 transfers I'll definitely make.